Hello and welcome to another Thoughts and Opinions video. We're continuing the Pokemon trend with another generation today. This time it's Generation 3 in the Hoenn region, with the games Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and the remakes of Generation 1, Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon Leaf Green. Today, let's see what we got, shall we? With the new games, there was slightly more things introduced into this game. Double battles became a thing, which was actually pretty neat. You can add to actually fight Pokemon 2-on-2, which was actually pretty neat. They added effects where you can actually see rain falling and all that stuff, and since this was from the Game Boy to the Game Boy Color to the Game Boy Advance now, things kind of got picked up a bit. I'll put this down. Well, let's see. Let's discuss everything that had happened in this region as well. Since this moved to the Game Boy Advance, it was actually pretty damn different, but overall saying, they kind of focused a bit more on legendaries this time around. As there's a little subplot in the story where you actually have to stop your box art mascot. Pretty much. You can go to the Cave of Origin and awaken them there, and stop your responded team. Basically, if you've got Sapphire version, it'd be Team Aqua, and the Ruby version would be Team Magma. Let's see. The gameplay was vastly improved from the other two, which was actually pretty neat. Graphics improved since then too. Pokemon sprites moved all the time now. Well, no, they didn't move all the time, but it was kind of a thing where they moved and stopped. It became a staple there. Alright, no, they didn't do it. That's right. They stopped moving for some reason in Ruby and Sapphire, and picked it back up only in Emerald, and so Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Fire Red, and Leaf Green did not have moving sprites. But Emerald did. Why it gained frequent backwards on the whole on this was probably due to graphical issues, probably engine issues or something like that. I'm not a game designer, so I wouldn't know. But either way, they did something which vastly improved in Emerald, which really wasn't vastly improved in the in Ruby and Sapphire, or Fire Red and Leaf Green for that matter. Generation 3 was also the worst region where you had to catch them all, because due to the fact that they did something that was so dumb, they pretty much made getting all 5 games required to catch them all. And about this time, there was 386 Pokemon versus the original 151 and 251. Which I thought would end at 351, but it went to 386 for some reason, which was weird. They had a match call thing for the trainer. Not match call. That was the Emerald thing. They had trainer's eyes, which you could retake on trainers after that. Secret bases were kind of a cool thing, where you could actually do this mix thing and all that stuff, and they added berry growing, which was actually pretty cool, because you could only collect berries off of trees, and they only grow by themselves once a day in the previous one. So it's vastly improved. You can now plant berries into the ground and grow them, which is, honestly, it's a huge improvement. But yeah, let's see, the surf. See, everything was still pretty decent. They added 2 bikes in this one, where a bike for complete speed and a bike for doing tricks and hopping, which is actually pretty decent, because you would need to, in order to get to some areas, you would need one bike or the other, but you couldn't switch between. Well, not till the remake. I mean, you had no way of switching between until you had to go back to the shop, and basically, which was the place where the 3rd gym was, and just trade it back. Then you had to go back and do that, and you had to trade it again. You had to go all the way back to the shop. They didn't give you both to like the remakes of that of Generation 3, but that's in Generation 6. Let's see what else. I'm trying to think. They added contests too, which was actually, these contests were actually pretty fun. I mean, they devolved with time, but Generation 3 pretty much had the best contests of all time, which were actually pretty decent, and I actually got all 5 ribbons in my emerald. Which was actually pretty neat, well, before the game deleted. Which was actually pretty neat. Let's see, what else? Beyond that, they really didn't do too much other than the same formula. Be 8 gym leaders. Again, the characters were pretty damn one-dimensional. But then, it kind of, like I said, they had a mini story arc with Team Aqua for Sapphire, Magma for Ruby. And if you had Emerald, oh, you got the best of both worlds, which was actually a pretty more decent story than the Ruby and Sapphire ever were. And the remakes of Fire and Leaf Green, again, same formula: 8 gyms, defeat them, beat the Pokemon League. But then they added in a special thing for the Kanto region where you can go to the Study Islands, which was actually pretty neat. And there's like a battle thing, but those things were always broken. The battle tower and everything were always pretty much too much for me, and I never really won any streaks or anything like that, so there really wasn't too much to do with that stuff. Other than that, like I said, you would have to make sure you had, in order to catch them all 386, you had to have Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, and Leaf Green, which was kind of a douchey move, because that would make buying all 5 games a possibility, because yeah, some Pokemon I couldn't even find trading through my Sapphire, my Leaf Green, and my brother's Ruby, and my brother's Fire Red, which I discovered later were only catchable within the Safari Zone in Emerald. Which, like I said, was kind of a dick move how they made sure you had to have all of the games. That was the only generation they did it for, but it was kind of a dick move. So yeah, the Battle Tower was in the first 2, was in Ruby and Sapphire, returned, but beyond that, it wasn't really all that much fun. Like I said, I think they had like a Battle Hill place in 7 Island or 6 Island in Fire and Leaf Green. But the best thing that came out of it was from Emerald, because where the Battle Tower used to be, they had built around it and made a Battle Frontier, which was what a portion of the anime was about. But yeah, but yeah, the Battle Frontier was actually was one of the most fun things I've had. The Battle Frontier was actually the most funnest things that I actually progressed through, because I actually got symbols in that thing. It's just silver, but they were still I almost got them all. This was the Battle Pyramid and Battle Tower went so hard. And the Battle Factory I faced against Nolan, but I failed. Rentals. Who thought of that? Well, after gameplay, there wasn't really too much, and only if you had emeralds, you really could have much fun in the Battle Frontier. But where do I rank this one among all the games? With Generation 1 being 6th, and Generation 2 being 4th. Generation 3 is ranked 3rd, actually. Because I had a lot of fun in the Battle Frontier, which saved it tremendously. Like I said, this is all due to my time in life, my standards and all stuff, and this is how I see it, basically. Generation 3 is the 3rd best games you can ever play through. But like I said, kind of hurts for being number 1 with a few things. But I already complained about those already. And I guess I'd give it the same 7 out of 10 for the 7 out of 10 for that one as well, because Generation 3 was fun, but it wasn't that fun. So 1, 6, 2, 4, and let's see, 1 was 6th, Generation 1 was 6th, Generation 2 was 4th, Generation 3 was 3rd. Next time we're discussing the Diamond and Pearl Saga, which was in the Sinnoh region. See, where did I take this and how did I take it during the time of my life, basically, like before. Well, like always, if you like these videos, like, share them with friends and all that stuff. And also subscribe for more and hit that bell so you always get notified when my videos go up. Other than that, that's basically it on what I wanted to discuss about Generation 3. Till next time, have a good one.